I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. So, one of the things that I've had to learn to deal with, because I work at a call center, and that's been, before that, it was retail in very nice neighborhoods. I've had to learn how to deal with the speak proper English. I've had to learn how to deal with the interact with other people, just not just people in the hood. And I've never considered myself to be like less black. I've never considered myself to be, oh, you one of them, or oh, I'm better than the black people in the neighborhood, because I lived in the hood most of my life. It was a 10-year time span where I didn't live in the hood, and it was in the suburbs surrounded by people that was just like, yeah, no, y'all ain't better than anybody in the hood. And so one of the things that really got me is that those people that grew up in the burbs and were a little bit more affluent and started thinking that they are um, more, they're not as street as their cousins. They grew up in the south side of Chicago. FD signifier. But what got me is a lot of these uppity people, black, white, and everything else, they really think that they better than people. Well, what happens when one person believes that because of the groups they belong to, and they look at those groups and they say, I don't like those people, they start to think that, yeah, let's switch. Well, here we go. This dude. And you see all of the, I guess, people that he considers to be bad. Don Lemon, AOC, even though AOC hasn't done anything remotely radical or, you know, far leftist, because she actually governs and, you know, fuck, who the fuck is this? Not Greg Abbott. God damn it. The governor of California, who runs basically ineffective liberal policies. You know, you have Dylan Mulvaney and Joe Biden. Yeah, this is the technically Rushmore of conservative boogeyman. But let's see what this fool starts off with. I know 5 days this week. All right, but let's go. Let's go. I was just scrolling through it because I wanted to see this shit, what he was talking about. But let's go.
I almost myself because of how debilitating the anxiety and depression had become. For so long, I wandered around aimlessly lost, not really knowing why I believed the things I was believing at the time. Help.
It's not your beliefs that you feel dissatisfied with yourself. Oh my God, do not blame woke ideology for you needing to see somebody. This shit has already pissed me off. Already. I committed self-harm because wokeness got me committed self-harms because reasons.
For so long, I believed that my life was at risk merely just because I was black and gay, and that couldn't be further from the truth.
Your life is at risk because you live in the fucking U.S. I'm sorry, like, sad to say it. The shit that we do to our food, this shit we do to our people. But wake the fuck up, dude. You can't take off your uniform. When people look at you, they don't know, are you conservative? They just look at you and look at that black guy. Look at that. Look at that ninja. And for a cop that's had a bad day, that they feel fucking lazy to actually do bad shit or not protect themselves or you as they should, yeah, you have a problem. I don't understand why you don't think that way. Now, maybe you live in an area where it's more affluent. Maybe you don't go to maybe he's living the Carlton experience. Maybe he was pulled over for driving too slow outside of his neighborhood. But don't act like that. Don't act as if there aren't people, which surprisingly enough are more accepting to, people who are gay, bi, trans, lesbians. Hey, it's more acceptance. I literally was watching Has Been a Hotel, and if you watch Has Been a Hotel, you will know one of the main flamboyant characters is Angel Dust, and people are treating this motherfucker who is in an abusive relationship with another man like, no, we got to kill this motherfucker because he's treating our homie like this. So it is more acceptance in some parts of the world in younger demographics. But oh boy, there are some shit that I I implore you, some places still in this country, your ass wouldn't walk in after sundown.
Something that's always bothered me about being black and gay, that I was always told how to think, that because I'm black, I have to be a Democrat and I have to stand with Black Lives Matter. Because
No, no. And this is the stupid bullshit that you people like Gothics and all these other people use as a shield. Nobody says you have to be a Democrat. You can be a leftist, you can be a Republican, you can be conservative. Nobody says you have to be a Democrat. People look at you crazy when they say they want to take away your ability to be married. They want to take away your ability to learn about your history. That's what the problem is. Don't sit back and say that, hey, they just mad at me because I choose not to be a Democrat. No, people look at you funny because you're voting for the lepers that eat my face party, and you walking around with a very delicious face.
because I'm gay, I have to stand with and co-sign everything the LGBTQ community does and
No, nobody says that. Nobody says that. No one person, no one group is a monolith. Oh my God, this dude is so stupid.
claims to be. I've had enough. And
you're a follower. If you believe that, you are a follower. Hey, I have super leftist ideas, but I'll be damned if I follow along with most online leftists on the internet. I choose my beliefs. My beliefs don't hold me because of a skin condition or, a motherfucking because. I choose my beliefs, and you're allowed to choose your beliefs. But again, when you're voting for the face eating lepers party, don't be surprised when you don't have a face left.
you, I don't like being told how to think. I don't like being told what to do, and I don't like being told how to feel. The past few years have been more than eye-opening, and in this video, we're going to discuss why I don't identify myself as a Democrat and the top 5 reasons why I lean more center-right on certain issues. And what sucks the most about these issues that I will talk about is that no one can really be open in their views about this. A lot of people are scared.
You are literally on YouTube having this conversation. What? You are literally on YouTube having a conversation. Am I missing something? You are playing into this victim mentality, dog. Oh, they want to silence me because I brought up wokeness and how bad it is. Explain woke. You wrong for that one. I mean, like, maybe his daddy actually loves him.
To speak out on this in fear of being canceled and doxxed, and to some people it's just not worth the risk, and it sucks. But if you want to speak out about this, hell, not even just speaking out, but just in general, you don't want to be doxxed, then I highly recommend you taking a look at,
because you're saying that you're a conservative, you're going to be doxxed. Okay.
Today's sponsor, Aura. It is genuinely concerning.
That's what it was. He was doing a sponsorship. That's what it was. Okay.
profit and exploit your private information online, or you can go to aura.com/Amir to get protected. That is aura.com/Amir to start your 2-week free trial, and the link is always in the description below. Black Lives Matter. I used to be in the streets marching with BLM until I realized that they only care about Black lives when it's at the hands of a white man. I used to believe that I would get shot and killed by the police just for being Black until I realized that more people get struck by lightning than Black unarmed men get shot by the police. I also
Do you walk outside with a lightning rod saying, "Hey, yo, look at me"? Oh, you don't? That's something that you can control. That's something you can control. And I know he's full of shit. Because here's the thing. Let's look at those stats. Let's see if I can go back. National Weather Service. Let's see. It's ironic that he used 2022. All right. National Weather Services. Lightning victims 2022 19, right? So we got 19, right? Now let's go to, all right. Now I'm looking at this 2022. That looks like if we would take low numbers, the others 27. I mean, like I think he may be lying. Is 19 higher than I don't know, you know, even the lowest numbers of 22? I think he may be lying, dog. I don't know, but something tells me he may be lying. I don't know. Okay. We know all the buzzwords. But let's go.
I also used to believe that America was the most horrible and racist country to be in until I traveled abroad to other countries and realized and understood why so many people try to immigrate here in the first place.
No shit, Sherlock. Wow, that there are worse countries than America. Fuck, it's almost as if you can actually absorb new data. But being worse than America does not excuse the fact that, yo, America is fucked up in some ways and we want to make it better. That's it. God damn it. It is so fucking the brain rot of these people. Let's go.
Black Lives Matter really took my fear of being Black to the next level.
Then you're an idiot. If you let this take you to the next level, then you're an idiot. You are easily manipulated and you are sheep. But I can bet you you're going I know a point about it. I looked at the 5 points. But you bet you're gonna be scared about the border. Bet you're gonna be scared about the border. The other brown people are gonna be coming over and they're gonna be taking my place and they're gonna be at the border. The other brown people.
So long I felt that because I was Black, I had to just go along with the narrative. I have to be a Democrat. I have to stand with BLM. But that couldn't be further from the truth. You're allowed to come to your own conclusions and think for yourself. I went down to my first BLM rally back in 2017, and I was just taken aback at what I saw. It was my first and last rally. Why is it that when I was bringing up Black on Black crime or the lack of fathers
Bingo to icon.
in the home, all of a sudden I'm deflecting. All of a sudden I'm Uncle Tom, I'm a coon.
You are deflecting, dog. Again, we keep seeing the studies that more Black fathers take child rearing time with their children than any other ethnicity inside the U.S. What you're trying to say is that there are fewer people getting married in the US. That trend is going across the board. That doesn't stop people from living together. That doesn't stop people from doing shared custody of parents. The issue is more people aren't getting married. And I would be glad when they leave that fucking talking point alone.
Why? I thought this was Black Lives Matter, and we're going to talk about all the Black lives that are being lost. But that wasn't the case. And then while I was sitting there, I'm like, why are they going towards the interstate and marching and blocking traffic?
Civil disobedience, dog. Oh my God, he's so stupid. There is civil disobedience. And Lord, don't tell me he lives in, of course, he lives in Georgia.
What does this have to do with anyone that's merely just going about their day? What does this have to do with anybody or an ambulance that's behind that can't get to the hospital?
Oh, the ambulance. The ambulance. The ambulance. Dude, like you're throwing out shit as a red herring. Yes, you are deflecting. The point is civil disobedience. That's the point. Do you not get that? Should you just wait around for things to change after you complain? No, civil disobedience. But let's go.
But not because you sit here blocking traffic because you think you're oppressed for being a Black man in America. When child, it turned me off so much. It was
because you're self-centered. That's where it's coming from. It's the self-centeredness. It's this whole thing about I'm better than these people. Of course, I had my father in my home. Dude, that doesn't mean shit. Did you have your father in your home? Is that the reason why? Because you didn't, because you are less of a man? I can go down those talking points that Republicans go down that will make you feel very, very bad. And just because you have a black face doesn't allow for you to say, well, no, black on black crime. You're using your blackness as a shield. And that is shameful. Because in the end, if you're not seen as one of the good ones, who are you going to run? What community are you going to run back to?
The liberal media, Democrats, BLM telling me that white supremacy is a threat to Black people in America. And I'm sorry, it's just not. When was the last time a Black person's life has been affected by someone in a white hood?
Do you want to go there? You really want to go there? Texas executes John William King in the racist dragging death of James Byrd Jr. King and two other white men were convicted in the brutal East Texas murder of Byrd, who was black. King was the second man executed for the crime. Another man is serving a life sentence. April 24th, 2019. You was alive for this shit, dog. And notice the caveat is a person in a white hood. Notice the caveat is the person in a white hood. I remember, you know, I remember that there was this guy who was actually in Georgia that was running from three people. One of them was a guy in a pickup truck. I don't know, you may have heard it on the news. Help me out, somebody in the chat. Did something happen in like 2020 or 2019 where three guys were chasing this one guy who was just jogging along and decided to look in a rebuilt house, and like I don't know, just like, man, they murdered him for no reason, claiming that they were neighborhood watch when they weren't. But they didn't have a hood on, so that wasn't racial because they weren't wearing hoods.
The Klansman is the least of my worries here in America. BLM wanted me to believe.
Wait. When did this video come out? When did this video come out? I'm sorry. 2 weeks ago, right? Hey guys, he asked if the Klan is still around. Missouri GOP moves to remove to toss an honorary member of the Ku Klux Klan from governor's race. The candidate, Daryl Lean McClellan III, says the picture of him apparently giving a Nazi salute was a form of religious Christian identity cross lighting ceremony, not a cross burning. Goddamn, when was this? February the 29th? This shit is just so fucking stupid. I just can't. Oh god. Oh no, I know. I was talking about I was joking so much that I forgot my man's name. But this shit is so stupid.
That white people are damaging black lives, but I don't see how. During
Where's your glasses at, dog?
2020, it wasn't the KKK that was out here shutting down streets. It was black people. It wasn't the KKK out here burning down and looting black-owned businesses. It was black people. It wasn't the KKK that killed 91% of black people that year. It was other black people. At some point.
Whoa. God damn it. I am so sick and tired of this talking point. People are victims of murder that they live around. It's not just, are you going to talk about the 87% of white on white crime? No, you're not. Because that's not part of your talking point. God, it's so fucking racist, some of the shit that he's saying. So you telling me SS right here in fucking Odin's year of 2024 that there are still sundown towns? What? No. The fuck? There are still sundown towns? What? No.
Black people have to take a step back and stop playing the victim for these situations and take accountability for how we act and how our culture promotes certain things. We need to examine how we're impacting our own environment and not how white people have anything to do with this, because they don't, okay? Maybe they did in the past. There are some horrible things that we've done to black people in America, but listen, it is 2024. There's nothing that I can do that some white person can't. We can't change what happened to us, but we can always change going forward. And that's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on being the change going forward, taking what we have and building on.
Wait. You're telling me, Icon, that some of the same cultures that you see in poor parts of Kentucky, North Carolina, Tennessee, parts of the holler, parts of the worst parts in Florida that you see in the hoods in black neighborhoods, you're telling me you see some of the same behaviors? Next thing you're going to say, it's not tied to actually race, it's just tied to being poor. Oh, fuck. Damn. So what are we supposed to do about it? Make sure that more poor people get the things that they need instead of having to live on a very below subsistence lifestyle? Oh, God damn it.
That, but we can't do that when all we're doing is focusing on the past and just thinking that we can't get certain things because the white man's above us, the white man's oppressing people in America. No, we're past that and we're beyond that. We can be and do anything we want to be as a black person in America, and I don't hear Democrats promoting that message. They all
be rich. Just be rich. Make money. Just get money. Be rich. Just be rich. You're suffering from diseases based on anxiety, based on being poor. Just be rich.
Always want to talk about promoting black voices this, black voices that, but it's never, we'll get into this later, but it's never for the merit. It's never for what that black person is doing. At this point, it's merely just because they're black. But as a black man in America, I do not stand with nor support or condone the Black Lives Matter organization, because what have they done for black people? Yeah.
And see, you see the switch up? You see the switch up. Not I stand for the principle of Black Lives Matter. Nah, the organization is fucked up. You know as well as I do that there is a difference between the organization and the actual movement. And if you don't know the difference from that, give me your subs. Just give me your subs. You don't know what the fuck to do with them. I'm surprised you don't swallow your tongue every time you try to motherfucking talk. I'm surprised every time you walk outside and look up in the rain, you don't drown. If you don't know the difference between the two of them.
Yeah, they raised nearly $100 million. Yeah, they bought like 3 mansions, but what have they done for the black community? What did donating to Black Lives Matter, what did marching, what did posting that black square do for black Americans here in America? Please.
It didn't do shit. And if you expected it that one summer of being upset to do shit, then you're fucking dumb. You're just as dumb as the online leftists that say, I'm mad about something, change it. God damn. But let's go.
Please tell me. What did they do? What did they solve? Where are the solutions that came from all that? BLM pushed me away from liberals for this very reason. And I was looking to the right and over here talking about all lives matter. But when you sit back and think about it, we got Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter, Hispanic Lives Matter, Indigenous Lives Matter, Ukraine Lives Matter, Palestine Lives Matter. Like, it's apparent that all lives matter. Again, BLM with the constant lies that my life is under attack by the police force in America. And
my question is this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Think about it. For those of you guys who know the history of the Black Panther Party, do you think he'd be one of those motherfuckers that'd be like, wait, what do we need the White Panther Party for? What do we need the Yellow Panther Party for? What do we need the Red Panther? Like seriously, go into the history of the Black Party before it was Black Panther Party before it was taken over by admittedly black separatists and black racists, where they were saying let's work with everybody. Let's yeah. You think he would be one of those motherfuckers? But let's go.
That's just not true. There's no data to suggest that I need to be ducking and hiding from police. White liberals telling me that as a black man, I'm oppressed and we need to fight for equal rights so that we can be seen as equal. You homegirl, you're not above me. Just
they talked about taking your right away for getting married, dog. Quite literally. Wow. Oh my God. They are talking about taking away your right to be able to marry somebody you love. And you wonder why people look at you wrong. But hey, I mean, like, them wonderful leopards, they're like eating faces. But let's continue.
Because you white and pale, that don't mean nothing to me. You don't have more rights than me. I ain't getting sprayed by no water hose. And I don't know nobody's massa 2 bushels of cotton. No, it's literally.
What are you gonna do next, dog? Shuck and jive? I'm saying, like, my man is acting like a sandbone over here, but I don't know.
2024. I keep saying that, but like, we're past all of this idea that black people are just so oppressed and have it down and bad, and that we're just in the shambles. No. And then they also say black lives need reparations. For what? How we want reparations when we tearing down our own communities nonstop? It's a Democrat.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get some people mad at me, but I don't give a fuck. Slavery was not the original sin of the U.S. I know. It wasn't the original sin. The Native American genocide was the original sin of the U.S. Slavery was second, and the annexation of the different countries around us, like parts of Canada, like parts of Mexico, was the third. Let's stop the bullshit and stop acting like this country wasn't built on the graves of the people who are already here, the backs of slaves from who were descended from Africa and other countries, and grown off the territories of other countries. Now, do I think it should be cash reparations? Fuck no. I don't think so. I think we should have reparations where we should maybe have Medicare for all with a mental health component. Maybe we should have that. maybe we should have a comprehensive look at the getting rid of the commodity of housing, where if you need a home, not only the government is going to continue to build homes and force a flood of supply that these private equity companies can't buy up quick enough. And yeah, I know how money works. Made a video talking about that, but we're speaking of idealism here, and I don't know. Maybe we should do a universal basic income. I, I don't know. Maybe this is some shit we should do. For him to sit back and say reparations aren't needed, I would tell him to quote Ozzy, he can eat my ass and not in a fun way. All right, let's go.
And the liberals that kept telling me that, yeah, black people have it so bad and that black people are so far behind. How and where? I'm not to sit here and really think and live a life that I'm living the same life that my grandparents are living in the 60s, great grandparents living in the 1910s, and great great grandparents that over here on the fields picking cotton that I'm.
Because you're wealthy. Not everybody has the same access to wealth that you have. You dumb fuck. This is what I mean. Motherfuckers like him are so self centered that they think I'm one of the good ones. They think that, oh no, I've made it, so everybody else should make it, even if I had a head start. Different from people that live in some of the worst neighborhoods. Let's go.
Living the same life as them. I'm not. I'm just not, and it's nowhere in comparison. I am my ancestors' dream. Everything they have ever wished for, I have accomplished and have and more. And that goes for a lot of black people in the United States.
What if they wish for heirs? You know, for you to get married to a woman and start a family. Low blow, I know. I'm sorry. But this shit is crazy because you hear the ego out of this man. You hear the ego out of this man. I'm best. I'm the greatest. No, motherfucker, you just a ninja in a suit, driving the wrong neighborhood with a nice car. You a ninja in a suit. Well, let's go.
Today, we are their dream. We are free. There's so much opportunity out there for us to grab and go get, and we can do that. It just always just blew my mind that I was being told all these things from the more liberal side and democratic side of Black Lives Matter, but it's not motivating, it's not inspiring, and a lot of it just isn't true. You know, with 90% of Black people vote Democrat, but why? Our communities are rotting, and we're blaming white people for literally everything without realizing that we're voting for the same people and the same policies decade over decade. Like, what is the harm in trying something new? Hell,
The Republican Party, the Conservative Party in Texas are trying to say that people weren't enslaved or they learned skills from slavery as if it was valuable job skills. Are you fucking stupid, dog? Again, I'm voting for the face eating leopards party.
a lot of Black people are out there voting Democrat, but not even understanding why they're voting Democrat. They're just doing it because that's the expectation that Black people have. Whereas white people, they're
No, no, no. Maybe you're that fucking dumb that you don't swallow your tongue every morning that you wake up and say hi to yourself in the mirror. But those of us who literally look at politics can see when somebody says, hey, we're going to screw you over, vote for us anyway. When somebody says, we're going to take away your only way to subside and be subsistence in your livelihood, vote for us anyway. Because wokeness, it's stupid. But let's go.
they're all over. They're all sides of the fence. You got white liberals, white Republicans. They're all over. They have the conversations, debates. They try to get to solutions. But then you have Black people voting all Democrat. And the second you have a Black person that's on the other side, you barely won't even talk to them. You just shut them down. Like, how is it that we can't even communicate as a community and we want all this change?
I would love to have a conversation with this idiot. I would love to have a conversation with this idiot. Damn it, I would love to have a conversation with this idiot.
The math isn't math. It all just becomes so frustrating, and that's why I just stepped away from all of it. Do I believe that Black Lives Matter? Do I believe that there are some injustices that are still happening to Black people and we need to work on it? Yes, I'm Blacker than 11:59 p.m. I care about my life, okay? But I don't need to.
But didn't he just say his life isn't in danger, isn't threatened by being in the U.S.? Did he not just say that? Did not he just say that? Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, now your life is in danger. But when you're trying to use it as a fucking attack against Black Lives Matter, no, it's not. Fuck out of here.
Stand with this organization, Black Lives Matter. I don't need to stand and be a devout Democrat and devout liberal to believe.
You don't have to stand with the organization. Again, there's a difference between the organization and the movement. Dummy.
Even have those thoughts. I think for myself, and you can too. The LGBTQ community. Why should what I do in private automatically define my worldview, politics, habits, and culture? How come if one is gay, they're automatically lumped into this LGBTQ community, but if someone's straight, they're just straight? Like, why can't gay people have that? There is no.
I get it now. I fucking get it. I understand. Oh my God. I totally get it. This motherfucker is constantly online. I get it. This is a terminally online motherfucker. That's what it is. Oh my God. This motherfucker is terminally online. The fact that this idiot will say, well, because I'm gay, I have to be on the left, means you're terminally online. Log the fuck off and shut the fuck up. That's what it is. The BLM. Well, the organization. Well. But even the talking points that he's saying. Oh my God! I cracked the code. 9 minutes and 12 seconds into a 24-minute video. Let's hear what else he has to say.
No straight community. Straight people don't make being straight their entire identity, but for some reason, for gays, that is their entire identity. And
Again, this is some supremely terminal online shit. Yes, there are some people that make being an alternative, and I don't say different, just an alternative of straight and cis, completely part of their identity. I find that shit abhorrent. Just as a, and he's wrong, by the way. There are people that use their straightness as a key point to their identity, or use their whiteness, or use just their insert character, insert non-character defining thing as their identity. It was brought up in the chat. FD Signifier and his ilk, they use, well, I'm blackity black, black, black as their identity. It's fucking stupid and it doesn't mean shit, but they use it as part of their identity. And quite frankly, guys, my blackness informs my history, and it forms where I grew up with, and it forms, how I see the world, but it is not my identity. My identity is Bryant or Crimson or that crazy motherfucker on the internet. That's who my identity is. It's not just black. It's not just straight. But let's continue.
Then it's like me saying that automatically makes me some type of homophobic person, even though I'm gay. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up, y'all. The LGBTQ community and Democrats and liberals have just gone extremely too far left for me. You'll find drag queens reading to little kids. They're pushing the transitioning on the little kids. They're promoting and pushing, these pride parades that are that's full of nothing but degeneracy onto these.
Okay, I'm talking to you, one line left. I'm talking to you. Just because you want to feel special and you want to point out an argument, or you want to feel like, hey, you're not going to harm the way I want to express myself online, you're giving these motherfuckers ammo. Now, I'm not saying you have to be the perfect person. I'm not saying that you have to pretend to be saints and all the other good shit. I don't. I talk about titties all the time on YouTube because I like titties. But the fact that you're giving people who want to have an excuse to isolate you and put you down, all of this shit, because you want to show how right you are and how motherfucking more based in part of the group you are. The internet, the internet remembers. The internet always remembers. It's stupid. And some of these people, they're not even saying because I'm this, it has to be this way. No, they're doing shit that they shouldn't be doing, like leaking a porn folder on stream, or stealing $100,000, or talking about suing your kid, your adult kid, in a live stream, or claiming this and claiming that. You're giving these people points instead of just trying to be normal, instead of trying to go for the outrage. But let's go.
Children, it's just nothing there, and it's too much for me. And it's crazy because it's the LGBTQ community and the Democrats that swear up and down that they're the party of diversity and inclusion and acceptance, but no.
Oh, and that's not to excuse the fact that there are adult males that take their 6-year-old boys to Hooters and say, yeah, son, look at those titties. You're supposed to like those titties. Yeah, no, it's, the shit goes crazy everywhere. I'm just saying, there are people that just give a girl a doll and says, hey, why don't you learn how to be a good mommy to this doll? The fuck? Is that your baby? Is that your baby? Asking a 4-year-old girl, is that her baby to take care of? That's kind of fucked up. For one, you don't know if this 4-year-old kid is even going to want kids, but you're impressing that shit on a 4-year-old. Hi, father of a daughter, then had to like tell people don't do that shit. But let's continue. Let's continue.
They're only for equality if your thoughts are equal to theirs. That's it. Other than that, you're kicked out. You don't think it's okay for men and women to share the same locker room? You're transphobic now. You don't think it's okay for men and women to compete in sports together? You're transphobic now.
I have long since said, "Fuck, let's have unity. Let's have um unisex motherfucking competition." I don't care. I don't fucking care. You want to put a woman on a fucking man? Let's put women on NFL teams. It'll take probably a generation of training, but imagine that shit. I think they're mixed gendered motherfucking rugby teams, and those women, you don't fuck with those women because they will push your shit in. The problem comes where the only reason why, men on women's sports team is because you want to score easy fucking points. Now, this isn't something I was talking about just a minute ago. This is really people just saying like, hey, I want to play. I've done some steps to make sure that I fit into the hormonal range of everybody else. Why the fuck can I play? And truth be told, there are times where women that people know that they were born with a, ovaries and vagina, and they're still kicked out of sporting events because their testosterone is too high naturally. I wonder who is affected by that shit.
You don't think it's okay for 12-year-old girls to optionally choose to have a double mastectomy? You're transphobic now. Like, literally, all it takes is for you to have.
Yeah, they need to keep those because they need to make sure that they feed their future children, because we need to make sure that we tell 12-year-old children that you're a woman. Oh, of course, you're going to need to make sure that you're going to be able to take care of some kids. What you don't want to, you may not want to be a mother. No, fuck that. You don't got no value unless you want to be a mother.
Have an opinion and you're all of a sudden labeled a bigot, homophobic, transphobic, the list goes on. And I just got tired of it. It's ghetto. It's played out. I don't need any of that. And you don't either. They're here saying
your feelings are hurt because somebody called you out. Now, I don't feel that you should actually just automatically say, oh, racist, without giving an explanation. You're racist because you specifically point out, that 91% of the black people killed are killed by other black people, without looking at the data of 87% of white people killed are killed by white people, and the list goes on. That's where you're racist, dog, when you use data to provide a altered perception or an untrue perception to just dig on a motherfucking specific racial group. See, I made a point. See, that's how that works. So again, online leftists, I need you to understand that too. When you're just saying, oh, racist, and you just walk away. No, that's not how you handle the conversation. You sit back and have a conversation and you explain to them the error of their ways. But you got, I know, I just said online leftists because you actually talk and explain when the fuck. Yeah, sure.
Saying that all Republicans are homophobic, where? If anything, I see that Republicans just want the kids out of it. But when it comes,
motherfucker, did they not just actually kick the log cabin Republicans out of their out of just everything last year and this year? Did they just stop the log cabin Republicans from just like being part of the group because they had the bad gays? Stop. Do not do that. We even have it where they're trying to take away your right to marry who you love, dog. Stop it. I get that you have two audiences that you're making this for. Politically limited information black people and white people who are racist that you're using your identity to shield for, that are jerking off to the fact that, oh, he's talking about somebody black and he's black. Oh my god, I'm not just watching black porno. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, let's go.
Comes to being gay, yeah, they don't like it, but shit, I don't like straight people. I don't like what straight people do in bed, and straight people don't like what gay people do in bed. We can agree to disagree and keep it pushing. And that's what I do see them doing, is keeping it pushing. But it's the liberals, it's the Democrats that start holding us back. Kids this, trans this, leave it alone. When you really look at it for what it is, I'm hard pressed to find some Republicans that really do genuinely hate me. Are they there? Yes, there's fringes on both sides, but
They want to take away, they have literally said, trying to take away your right to marry who you love, dog. I'm fucking confused, man. I am fucking confused. Like, for real. For real.
But in regards to accepting my opinion, letting me live my life, I see way more Republicans just being more chill with just letting me be and exist. As long as I'm not being crazy. Majority of the
Yeah, don't want to go kiss a man. Don't want to go kiss a man. Don't do that shit. The fuck you doing?
center-right people and Republicans that I come across, they just don't like the degeneracy that they see that mainstream media, the leftists and the LGBTQ community is promoting and highlighting, which personally I totally
I've been muted. But like, what degeneracy? Go to a Republican convention and kiss your man, like, and I'm not talking about like just sloppy shit. I'm just talking about the way a straight couple would kiss. Go kiss your man like that at a Republican convention and see how accepting that they are of that.
understand, because even myself, I don't get along with the LGBTQ community as a whole. I don't like the pride parades. I don't like all the things with the children. I don't like a lot of the things that go on. And that's okay for me to do. If you're gay out there, it's okay for you not to like all the little things about the LGBTQ community, but that also shouldn't just make you a transphobic, homophobic bigot. Again, they always hipper and holler about diversity this, diversity that, when a lot of them are just a bunch of copy and paste clones. Like, for some gay people, they just want to chill. They see straight people chilling and gay people want to chill too. Why do I have to like the drag queens? Why do I have to watch RuPaul Drag Race? Why do I got to be all permissive?
Wait, who said that you? This is just follower mentality. This is follower online motherfucker, constantly online mentality. Oh my god, I'm not gonna get through the rest of this. Let's go.
What's on Grinder? I don't get it, and it's people want to chill too. Why do I have to like the drag queens? Why do I have to watch RuPaul Drag Race? Why do I got to be all promiscuous on Grinder? I don't get it, and it's so sad and it
Again, nobody's saying that you have to. What the fuck does that have to do anything with your political leanings?
frustrates me, because there's so many young gays out there that see the leftist gay people, the LGBTQ community, and they think they have to be that. And I'm saying that from experience, because when I came out the closet, I flew out that closet. When oh my gosh, I really thought I had to be in that culture. I had to download a grinder. I had to hook up all the time. I had to love the drag queens. I had to wear the rainbows. And that's not true. It's okay for you to be gay and just be the gayest thing about you literally is what you do behind a closed door. You don't have to be in this big community. You don't have to do all these things and follow all these rules. You don't. It's played out. You really don't have to. And I don't like the pressure in how the LGBTQ community and mainstream media, the Democrats,
All
the
right, I gotta
leftists, how
speed
they're
him up.
promoting and highlighting what gay is. Because a lot of times this is not how it is. This isn't to say that there's anything wrong with the feminine gays out there. Do you? There's obviously feminine things about me. My hands and wrists is limp, flying all over this damn screen. And I love Beyonce. I'm out here twerking. I get it.
Why be the stereotype? Fuck! All right, let's go.
Trust me. But I'm talking to the people who think they have to be this copy and paste clone, this idea of what gay is. You literally, it sounds so cliche, but just be yourself. It is okay. Again, it's all just frustrating. And it's for that reason the LGBTQ community really pushed me away from liberals and Democrat policies, because what they're saying, what they're doing is so far removed from my life and the things that I like to promote and talk about. I don't even relate with them. And when you do take into account a lot of these Republican bills and laws, like the Don't Say Gay bill law or the trans exclusionary bills in America, when you really look into what the laws are for what they are, they're not that bad, and they're not what the Democrats are saying they are. I mean,
They literally ban people expressing themselves through high school. I'm sorry, dog. Look, I'm just gonna be honest with you. When I was in high school, I was trying to touch a titty, and if somebody had wrote a law saying you can't like titties in high school, I would have been very, very miffed. But this is like them telling you in high school that you can't like dick, dog. You can't even speak about liking dick, or you can be sued. And I'm sorry, gay, straight, pan, bi, lesbian, if you're a teenager and unless you're asexual, you was horny and you was talking about what you want to put your tongue on.
in Tennessee, that whole drag ban for Tennessee, they don't want little kids to be in with front of these drag queens. And I have that in other videos to talk about that, but there's valid reason that concerns why some parents feel that way.
Don't take your kids there. Don't take your kids there. I just don't take your kids there. Oh, wow, fuck. The party is small government telling you as a parent what to do with your kids. Yeah, okay, cool. And it wasn't just, oh, we don't want drag time story hour. No, they were quite literally made the law so vague that if it was a trans woman dancing in public, she can go to jail for that shit, even if it was at a club with adults around.
The Don't Say Gay bill in Florida, it wasn't necessarily a don't say gay. It was a, hey, let's try not to teach these kids about sexuality in first and second grade. There's a lot of nuance to these.
Then they expanded it to high school. Don't act like people don't know, you dumbass.
Bills, and it just takes you to not watch some random YouTube video, to not read a headline, but to actually go into the bill and read it for yourself to come up with your own conclusions. The border wall. How can we sit here and complain about how
Black Lives Matter, guys. Black Lives Matter caused me a lot of fear. It caused me a lot of fear. But the border wall. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with being scared of the border wall because the people whose countries we fucked up with our policies and the fact that we didn't want them to have an army so close to us. Yeah, we fucked up their countries and dealt drugs there. But it's not our fault because we shouldn't have to address the situation because America exceptional.
bad America is, how America doesn't give a crap about its citizens, how we need to change, how we need to fix inflation, et cetera, et cetera. But then we're also fine with giving free housing, credit cards, health insurance.
I love how these are cut. I love how these are cut.
All these perks to illegal immigrants. Like the Democrats are raving about how bad.
Yeah, we should not only give it to illegal immigrants, we should give it to our citizens as well. That's what you're going to say? Oh, fuck them people? Why don't we just ask for the same thing? Why don't we ask for a universal basic income? Why don't we ask to take away the commodification of housing? The fuck? Dude, again, this whole this whole thing of just like I'm self-centered and I'm gonna think about how to fuck over other people instead of saying I'm self-centered, they got that shit. Why don't we all have that shit? Because you want to feel special, and if it means taking away from somebody to make yourself feel special, dog, then it's for you. Fuck out of here.
America is, but then they're quick to usher in all these illegal immigrants. Like that's low-key kind of fake. Like if America is as bad as you say it is, why do you want more people to come here? If you care about these people, why would you want to bring them into the place that you hate the most? What, so they can see how bad it is? It's like clearly they're coming over here for a reason, and that reason being is because how great America is and all the benefits that they're getting.
Look up the levels of poverty and violence in Central America countries. Fuck, look up what's happening in Haiti. Shit, why did I say it wrong? Look up what's happening there, dog. The fuck? This shit is just stupid. He has the political understanding of a fucking 14-year-old.
Getting on behalf of the Democrats pushing for these policies. Like honestly, like even when I was more liberal, this is one of the topics that I was always on the fence about because it genuinely just didn't even make sense from a rational standpoint, a realistic viewpoint. I don't know. It never made sense. The opposite.
Dude, you have more in common with the people trying to cross the borderline to make themselves have a better life. And then most of the conservatives that it seems like you worshiping. The difference is the flag that was outside the hospital that they were born and the flag that was outside the hospital you were born.
Position to proper security just never clicked with me. We all have locks and doors to protect our own homes. There's a lot of us that live in
the country is not a home. You dumb fuck. The United States of America is not a home. What do you think that they're gonna come in and do? What the fuck do you think they're gonna come in and do? Push you out of your place? The fuck out of here. This is the craziest shit. What do you think these people are gonna do? Everybody who's scared of these people coming across the border, what do you think they're gonna do? What are they gonna do to you? Pick your pick your fucking, produce because you don't want to take your ass out there? What are they gonna do? Tell me. Explain to me what they're gonna do that's gonna hurt you. They're gonna date your daughter? I guess he's not gonna have that problem. What are they gonna do that's gonna hurt you? They're gonna work at McDonald's because that's the job that they can work under the table without causing too many issues. They're gonna clean your hotel rooms. They're gonna, I don't know, wait outside of motherfucking Home Depots so you would pay them like shit because you don't actually pay a licensed carpenter. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna take away from you? Let's go.
Gated communities, not even just for home, but gated apartment building complexes to protect our own little community. We have armed guards and security to protect our banks, our politicians, our celebrities. Yet for our own country, there's people and politicians advocating for nothing. It doesn't make sense to me. How are you as a politician, some of these people, living behind a 24/7 gated community, but you want open borders for America? Miss Ma'am, you don't even live behind open borders yourself. And on top of that, I'm a racist for wanting civil border protection and building a wall. Like, how is that anything racist when you're the same people hippering and hollering for Ukraine and Palestine for them to have protection, for them to have...
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to finish this shit. This shit is so fucking stupid. This shit is. How many more points do I got? BLM, LGBT, border wall. God, this shit is so stupid. Let's go.
Have a border for them to secure their country. They don't care about security. Where's the consistency here? I remember back.
The fact is, there's a difference between a country being invaded by a world nuclear power and what's going on in the U.S. There's a difference. Now, I've been on record for this channel to think that what's going on in Gaza isn't necessarily a genocide. It's a one-sided slaughter match, which, yes, it is. I'm not going to actually not say it is. It's a blood feud between two factions, and if Palestine was to bloop and disappear tomorrow, Israel will still conduct that shit on the next country that it feels that it should conduct the shit on, and they will fire back against Israel. It's just the shit that's happening in that part of the world. It's a blood feud. It's just so happened right now the Palestinians are on the losing end of a provoked attack, which they were looking for. They were looking for a provoked attack. That's what October 7 was. It's just that they didn't calculate that Israel was going to just be so heavy-handed in their response. But let's continue.
When President Trump went to build a border wall and everybody kept talking about, oh, it's too much money, it's too expensive. I'm sorry, the amount of money he was asking for is equivalent to the price of a new football stadium. It's not that much money in the grand scheme of things.
Let's see if he's lying again. I'm just looking right now, and the numbers come up to be here. In October, the update, the administration said it identified 15 billions, most of it from military funds, to build a total of 738 miles, which comes out to $20 million a mile. Yeah, that's just for Texas. The U.S. has a 2,000-mile border between Mexico and the U.S. Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does.
That we just gave nearly $100 billion to Ukraine so we can protect Ukraine. We care about them, but we don't even protect and care about our own border with all the drugs being smuggled in. Like mentioned in my border video.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna actually say, and we're gonna come up close for this shit. And this is the shit that the lefties and people on the right needs to understand. The U.S. didn't just come and give Zelensky a briefcase full of money and say, "Here, spend it on whatever you need to spend it on." What the U.S. did was like, "We have old shit. Here, come take some. Well, we're giving you some." And the price that you see for military aid is at the new cost of maybe 30 or 40-year-old equipment and vehicles. There's something called depreciation. You know, the shit when you drive your car off the lot, it loses size of its value. They don't factor that shit in. So all these bullshit artists, including people on the left, hello TYT, that says that, oh, Biden's giving all these aids and all this aid and money and shit. Learn how to be fucking journalists.
We got Indians, Chinese people, Russian people flying into Mexico to come up and into our country illegally. We got women and children out here being branded and shipped and trafficked all across the country, drugs being smuggled in at record rates. And then there's us, again, watching our cities crumble, going through this inflation, gas prices high, the groceries high, everything.
We live in a global economy, you dumbass. Inflation was up across the globe. Ours wasn't as high as everybody else's was. But in order to pay attention to that, you have to stop trying to suck your own dick. But let's continue.
Things just changing different, the crime rates going up. It's ghetto. It does not make sense to me. Why can't we just fight and start to protect our own borders? You literally have a front door with a lock. You protect your own home. Why can't we protect our own country? If you were a business owner, you're protecting your business. You're gonna have locks. You're gonna have cameras. Why can't we do the same for our own country and where we live in, the place that we vote, the place that we have our rights? Because again, these illegal immigrants are coming here for a reason. There's so many liberal Americans that just hate the idea of America and how bad we are, but they don't even acknowledge the sheer amount of people that are really striving to come here because everywhere else in the world is so bad. We got it good here in America. I'm sorry. We up here chilling, y'all. Chilling, and there's far too many people that don't even realize that. Woke ideology. I'm so tired.
Okay, fuck. I'm done. I just can't. I fucking can't. This bitch sitting up here and just rambling on about shit. And yeah, I'm done. I'm fucking done. America's not that bad, dog. America's not that bad. It could be better. I I'm done. I'm done. Just idiots like this, they use their blackness, they use their sexualities as a shield to just say all these right wing talking points. I'm done. Do you want to live in the places where people are really complaining about? No, you don't. You're a rich motherfucker that probably grew up in the suburbs and still live in the suburbs. I just don't get it. These motherfuckers who never lived a day in their life as motherfucking a hard day in their life sit back and just saying this shit. And as Icon said earlier, this is discount Christian Walker. I'm done. I'm done. Anyway, guys, thanks for sitting back and suffering this shit with me. I don't know what else to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna cut this segment here. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.